I wanted to talk to you today about how do you avoid buying a lemon of a house. So buyers have two concerns when they're out in the market shopping. And number one is they don't want to overpay for the value of the home. So they don't want to pay for $5,000 for a home that's worth $450,000. So it's one of their biggest fears. Their second one, or the first one, it could be dependent on the buyer, is how do they avoid buying a lemon, meaning a property that they bought and they are continuously putting money into that property, maybe every 6 months, every year, or whatever. So there's great tips and there's great ways how you can avoid that. And it starts with when you go in the home to actually show. So with your agent, you're viewing the home. You've seen the photos online, you're like, everything looks great. Now you're in the property and you're viewing it with your agent there. So what I would be looking for is, there's certain like telltales of problems with the house. So like a water leak would be one. So maybe you see a water leak on the ceiling, a dry water leak, that would be an issue. Maybe you see flooring issues as you're walking. It seems like it's uneven. That could be another issue. Structural issues. These could be a little bit harder to find. The obvious ones would be in the windows, right at the seams, and then at the doors and the frames. You'll see like a big crack. Structures, if you see that, you know you got a problem. And then the overall poor maintenance of the house. So some sellers, they just don't maintain things, or they do it on a budget, and it shows. So those are some good areas that you can kind of detect if this home has got maybe some potential issues. So let's say you don't see that, you're moving forward, you write an offer, they accept it, now you go into escrow. The first thing that you're going to start with is you're going to do a home inspection. So you're going to hire a home inspector, and they're going to come in and do a complete evaluation of the property. It's going to probably run you around $350,000, and that's on average. Some are a little bit less, some probably a little bit more. But they're going to go through your entire property from roof to the exterior, to the interior, to all the mechanical, the plumbing, electrical. And their goal is to determine if there's any current problems going on, but also determine if there was any past problems that maybe need to be brought to your attention. And when they see a past problem, that might be like a dry water leak up in the attic, and they're like, we see a leak, we don't know if it was fixed, we don't know if this is ongoing, we recommend further evaluation. And at that point, then you hire an additional inspector. So that could be a roofing inspector, it could be electrical, could be plumbing. So you'll hire an additional inspector to get more information on that potential problem or not problem. So that's a great way. And hire additional inspectors on anything that you feel that you need to based on that home inspection. Another great way to move forward, if you're moving forward, maybe an older home, or maybe there's some older appliances in there or water heater. I always write in the offers for my buyers that the seller is going to pay our first year of the home warranty. So with that, when you talk to the home warranty companies, you want to make sure that whatever you want warranted is in that plan. So if you don't talk to them, they put you in a basic plan and your water heater goes out and you call them, it might not be in your plan. So make sure you communicate before you close on your property with your home warranty. And just whatever you want in there, the AC, the water heater, the appliances, is in that plan. And then that way, if anything fails, the seller paid that first year. And if you want to continue, see the value of it, then you just continue and renew. But that's another great way to protect yourself for that buying a warranty. Also, if you're walking around and you think a room has been added on and you're not sure if it's been roomed permanent, you could check and see if it has been permanent. Another great way is you could also talk to the neighbors. Kind of get a feel. How did this person live? How did this family live? You know, were they clean? Did they take care of things? Were they kind of a nuisance? You know, that could be a problem too. So that's another great way to kind of get some additional information. But most importantly, it's really up to you to verify. So you want to double check this stuff, the schools, the crime, the location. If you're located close to businesses, what does that look like? And you could check that at different times during the day. You know, what does it look like at night? Is it traffic really heavy? Does it calm down to where it's okay? If there's a lot of businesses around there, what does that look like? Is there a lot of people, jumping your wall to get in through your neighborhood? So things like that will help you, and you can do that on your own. And then as well as a realtor, I can provide you with a lot of information when it comes to crime, when it comes to neighborhood information. But some of that really down where you really want to get a good vibe of it, you just go there at nighttime, check it out. But those are good ways to avoid buying a lemon. When you follow these steps, chances of you buying something that you're continuously putting money into are very, very low. So the risk level goes very, very low. And really haven't had any clients when we go through these steps that had major issues. So I recommend if you're thinking about buying a lemon, go through these steps and you'll be really happy.